So I'm going to talk about parts of speech, nouns, adjectives, and verbs. So a noun, of course, is a person, place, thing, or idea. An example of a person could be doctor or princess or President Biden. An example of a place could be house or shopping mall or New York City. An example of a thing could be laptop, pencil, or rice. And finally, an idea is something you can't touch. For example, life, or freedom, or anger. So let's look at some examples in sentences. Let's look at sentence 1. First, I'm going to look for my noun. I always start with looking for a noun. Well, man is a person, so I know that's my noun. Now, adjectives describe a noun. So I look at my noun, man. What words describe the noun? Well, rich and old describe man. Let's look at sentence 2, the big city. First, I'll look for my noun. It's a person, place, thing, or idea. Well, city is a place, so that must be my noun. Now I look for my adjective. What word describes the noun? Must be big. Big describes the city, so that is my adjective. Next, a beautiful gold box. First, I look for my noun. Well, box is a thing. That must be my noun. Adjectives describe the noun. What words describe the noun? What does it look like? Well, it's a beautiful gold box. So beautiful and gold are my adjectives. Finally, number 4, an important idea. Idea is my noun because it is an idea. What word describes the idea? The word important. Now, here's a trick. In English, usually the adjectives come before the noun they describe. If you speak Spanish, you know the adjectives usually come after the noun. So that's one way you can tell them apart. Okay, let's try this one. Yalkiri went to the new fancy mall. What is the noun? I'll give you a hint. There are 2 of them. Yalkiri is a person. Mall is a place. Those are our nouns. Now, what are the adjectives? Look for a word that describes Yalkiri or a word that describes mall. Okay, there's no adjective describing Yalkiri, but new and fancy describe the mall. So those are my adjectives. Here's another example. The small fluffy dog ran around the brown house. First, we look for the noun. What are my nouns? I'll give you a hint. There are 2. Yes, dog and house are my 2 nouns. Now, what are the adjectives? Look for words that describe dog and house. Okay, small and fluffy describe the dog. Brown describes the house. Those are my adjectives. Now, one more part of speech. Verbs are either action words or being words. We're going to focus on the action words. So it's what you're doing. For example, run, jump, think. Let's look at an example. So, adjectives describe a noun, verbs are action words. Hugo ate a red apple. Let's start by looking for the nouns. What are the nouns in this sentence? Hugo and apple. Hugo is a person, apple is a thing. Now I'll look for the adjectives, words that describe either Hugo or the apple. Yes, red is the adjective. It describes the apple. Finally, I look for my verbs, an action word. So I usually look for what my nouns are doing. Did the apple do anything? No, it doesn't have a verb. Hugo. What did Hugo do? Hugo ate. That's what he did, so ate is my verb. Let's read another example. The women watched a scary movie. Okay, first look for the nouns. Okay, women and movie. Women are people, a movie is a thing. Next, look for adjectives, words that describe the nouns. Yep, scary describes the movie. That's my adjective. Finally, let's look for my action word. Okay, what did the women do? Watched. Watched is my verb. It's what the women did. Okay, let's do two more examples here. A brave soldier marched into the dangerous building. First, look for the nouns. Soldier and building. A person and a place. Now look for adjectives that describe our nouns. Brave describes soldier. Dangerous describes building. Finally, look for a verb. What's the action word? What did the soldier do? Yes, the word is marched. Good. Okay, next you're going to be asked to do a worksheet where you'll find these in sentences by yourself.